Hello everyone, Danny Johnson, flippingjunkie.com, and we're releasing our new system, FlipPilot, very, very soon, and we're actually getting some of the beta testers started this month in September, so very exciting, and then we'll be launching hopefully at the end of October. So really looking forward to it. We're releasing these feature videos every week, and if you're not on the list to get these right away, go ahead and go over to flippilot.com. And then if you're interested in taking part in the beta testing, head over to flippilot.com/beta, B-E-T-A, and go ahead and register for that so we can notify you as we're letting some beta testers in, and you can join the list. We can't promise that you'll be a part of that, but if you register there, you have a much better chance of it. So many people want to get into this thing. But today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the power of notifications and the permissions and things like that that we have inside of FlipPilot. This is really cool, and I've been looking forward to showing it to you. So first I'm going to go into my profile here, and you'll see the information that I've got for myself, including time zone. So the users in the system is based on the time zone. So all the times that you see are based in your time zone, which is very nice, especially if you have people on your team in different parts of the country. Notifications. So this is one of those things that really bothered people about some of the other systems. They would get all these notifications, and it was either an all or none thing. And we didn't want it to be that way. We want you to be notified of the things that you want the way that you want it. So we have system alerts, which will show up right here with this bell in your account when you log in. And then you can also get text alerts and email alerts for all these different things. So it's very cool. And just for an example, most of the things I want system alerts for, but I might want things like new critical task assigned to me. I'm going to get a text for those. And then critical tasks that I've assigned to somebody else completed. I want to know about that. And just let me see. So those are ones you can do this the way you want it. Text alerts, email alerts, and system alerts. We also have it so that you can specify the appointment alerts for when you want to be notified of appointments being assigned to you, so that if somebody else in the system assigns an appointment for you, you're going to get alerted the way you want. So if I want one 2 hours before every appointment, I can add that alert right here, and the system's going to set that up, so that'll always happen for me. We also have email signatures, okay? So we've got this email signature, and what's nice about this is you can have images in there, but you can also set up an email signature for the different emails that you have in the system. So I could do one for my wholesaling, and I've got like a cheap San Antonio houses, and I can do a separate one here, or we can put our different website as a signature on this one. And so it's very nice because you might want to have different signatures for the different emails that you're using within the system based on the different sides of the things that you're doing. When you're buying, it's typically your house buying website, and then when you're selling, you might have your wholesaling site or a different site to have in there with the emails. So there's that. Now I want to show you the team stuff. So you can invite members onto your team, and of course we'll have different packages with different number of users available and different things like that. But I want to show you some of the cool stuff that we have in here. So let's say Frankie Tomlinson here is going out of town for a week, right? So you have an issue currently, it's not addressed in any other system that I'm aware of, where if they're going out of town, they have responsibilities in the system like these tasks. So Frankie here has 11 tasks currently assigned to them. Thankfully they don't have a bunch of other stuff, but they're going out of town. So what are we going to do? We can do this out of office and specify the date and time that they're going to be gone, and then we can reassign the different tasks and different appointments to different people on the team. So I can assign what's currently theirs to me right now, and then have anything while they're gone in these time periods sent to me as well. And we can break that up for whatever the different thing is within the system. So this is really cool because it's keeping it so that you don't have things in your system that aren't being done because somebody is out of town or out of office for the day or 2 days or a week or 2 weeks or whatever the situation is. And we can take that a step further, and we did, which is really cool, because if you have a team and you have to let somebody go, if they've been in your company for a long time and they've got, they could have 100 different things coming up for them to be doing in your system, and you don't want to have to go find all of those and set those to somebody that you hire new and manually do that. It would be a nightmare, right? So we made it to where you could do an assignment of all those things just like you would for if they're out of office over to somebody else on the team to take care of them. And in fact, you can't really deactivate somebody in the system. It'll tell you, hey, they have responsibilities that need to be assigned to somebody else. And luckily, it only takes a couple minutes by doing it with what we've set up. And so that's really cool. I'm going to get in and show you guys some other things with permissions. Let me see here. So permissions, this is another big one, right, for your team. A lot of systems, they'll have it based on role. And we started doing that, and then we said, well, that kind of stinks because a role is defined differently for different people in their company. So you could give them some permissions in your system for a lead manager, okay, for taking in leads. They might have certain things that they can do in the system, but another person's company might be different where they want them to have different permissions than what you did in yours. And so what we did was we made it really granular so that you can go in here and set a lot of different permissions. And don't let it freak you out, because you might be thinking, well, crap, now I'm going to have to go in here and set each of these individual permissions when I bring somebody on and go through all these. It's going to take forever. So what we did was we created these permission templates, okay? And so what this does is this allows you to, like a lead manager, see what permissions they would get, and then you can set those permissions and add all the different ones that you want them to be able to do, so that you're still kind of getting the power of role, but then you can go and take away some things or add different permissions to that individual's permissions so that you can keep your system locked down the way you want to. You don't want to have some people on your team being able to do some things and others being able to do other things. You get to specify that, or have somebody else on your team with that permission to be able to go in and set those permissions. So it's truly powerful. We really truly wanted to set this whole platform up to be able to grow with your company for years and years to come, because we know it's a pain in the butt to switch CRM systems, to switch these systems, because you get into them, and if you're stuck having all these workarounds for your current system, or some people are able to do things you don't want them to do, but there's no way for you to change that aside from trying to get the person that owns the product to recode it and configure it the way you want, which is pretty unlikely in most cases. So we set this up so that you wouldn't have to do that. You could go in and set things up the way you want and still have it be pretty easy to set up and tweak as you go and get going. So I'm super glad to be able to show you guys this power of the profile stuff with notifications and permissions and FlipPilot. And be sure to go over to FlipPilot.com and register there for more of these feature videos that we're releasing as we're getting really close to releasing FlipPilot. I can't wait. And if you want to be a part of beta, go to FlipPilot.com/beta. And make sure to join the FlipPilot group on Facebook, where other people there are excited about that. But also, more importantly, that's a community for real estate investors that want to work more on their business instead of in it. So it's not just about this platform. It's a community for all investors. So go ahead and go to Facebook and join at FlipPilot group, and we'll see you there.